Hey everyone, Felipe here. Welcome to another Tower of Saviors GNN review video. In this video, I'll be taking a look at last week's GNN, and I apologize a little bit for the delay for this video because last week I was on vacation in Arizona, so I wasn't available to record when the news came out. But better late than never, so let's take a look at the news. We do have two new characters as well as one ultimate Lord stage and a skill adjustments for two black gold cards. So I am pretty excited to see what these cards are about, especially about the two new Pertinacious Belief characters, because this is going to be the Mad Hit original jackpot cards. So let's take a look at their active skills, leader skills, and team skills, and let's see what we have in store after the Digimon collab has ended. So without further ado, let's get started. We do have, after maintenance, yeah, okay, 6-star, we have Yulia and Utu. And we have leader skill for Yulia. Date of birth 19th of February. That's funny because my brother's birthday is also 19th of February, so this is actually kind of funny. Anyways, so Yulia, she is going to be an Earth Dragon, and this is interesting. Yeah, interesting choice for leader because a lot of our dragon leaders have also been Earth Dragons, so I wonder if maybe you would have wanted to make a water dragon instead, because that's the one that we have less of. Because we have dark dragons, we have Jitan, earth dragons, we have Qingque, and also the same thing as Jitan, the other dude. But yeah, they're also earth dragons, fire dragons. We have Kehun, we have Wargreymon, Agumon. So maybe could have been a water dragon instead. But anyways, Earth Dragon, pretty good. This is going to be the 1% jackpot card, I feel. And the leader skill we have human, elf, and dragon attack times 9. We are getting to the times 9 era! So, well, now the meta is going to be power crept again, where your attack multiplier has to be higher and higher. So we're up to the times 9 era. We have a times 9 attack bonus, a dragon HP bonus of 2.6 times, which is actually going to be pretty good, again, because dragon HP is the highest in the game. For example, just put in Nidhogg in there, and then your HP is going to be insane, especially if you run dual leader and ally as well. By dissolving a character runestone or raised runes, team attack increases by 3.5 times additionally. Earth runes effect increases by 200%, and CD -3 for humans, elves, and dragons after entering the stage. That's not bad. I will take a look at the team skills, but at a first glance, I think her leader skill is actually pretty good. You have a good attack bonus, you have additional multiplier, which should be easy to hit because you can always pull character runestones, and depending on her team skills, you might be able to generate dragon runes through passively, and that means that this condition might be pretty easy. In terms of survivability, the 2.6 times HP is going to be really nice. The only thing is that you will have to find a way to recover that HP, so let's take a look at her team skill to see if there's any recovery bonus or ways to recover your HP. Effect of Earth Runes increases by 200%, means that your Earth Runes are going to be a main source of attacking runes, but I really hope she has some runestone possession effect. Because here's the thing, if you only rely on earth runes, that means that you're very prone to fall victim to runestone drought. So if you don't have earth runes, then your attack is going to be really low, and that can be really bad in certain scenarios against enemies that you have to kill or be killed, basically. And the skill -3 CD, always really nice to have. Activate skills faster, always a bonus too, that you can always get. So now let's take a look at Yulia's team skill. We have the leader is Prolonged Benignity, Yulia. Again, following the Mad trend where you don't have to run dual leader and ally and you can mix and match, which could be good. And let's take a look at the team skill before I start thinking about team building, because my brain is just going to go different places at all times. So let's see. Extend runestone movement time by 3 seconds. Not bad. Burning is nullified by dissolving earth runes. Team attack times 6. That's good. By dissolving all of earth runes in the first patch, combo count times 6 plus 6. Yulia and Intellect will have a -1 skill cooldown. For each runestone dissolve recover. Okay, there it is. So that's going to be your recovery method for Yulia. That being said, let's see. For normal dragon teams nowadays, you're reaching about 100,000 HP. So if you dissolve a full board of 30, which realistically that's not really going to be the case, that's going to be about 30, so that's like 90,000. So as long as you have 90,000 HP or less, a full board dissolve might bring you back to full health. But if we're dealing with like Kehuen styles of HP, you're reaching like 200,000. So this is going to be a little bit hard to reach full HP recovery. But you might get sky drops, which also will help for that. Let's see, until team HP is full, that's okay. That does mean that you are not able to do overheal, but dragons are never meant for overheal because their HP is really high and the recovery is So overheal stages, definitely not no go for there. So we haven't seen an overheal stage in a while. That's for another time. Hopefully they don't bring that back because overheal is actually kind of annoying, in my opinion. For every group of runestone dissolved in the first batch, turn 1 runestone into Earth Dragon Rune, and to the max of 6 runestones dissolved. Okay, so that's good. Let's start with the positives. That's good because it satisfies your leader skill where you can dissolve race runes to get a 3.5 attack bonus, and you also get a ×6 team attack bonus from dissolving earth runes. And that's good because also kind of mitigates the risk of running into runestone drought because you will always be generating earth runes on the board. And that's all good and all. The only problem is if you encounter an enemy that has anti-runestone shields or earth rune blocks because you're not able to dissolve earth runes, you won't be able to get your +6 combo count because you can't dissolve it in the first patch. You're still able to get the ×6 and the 3.5 if you stack the runes, and it's going to make it easier. But it also is going to be a problem when you need equal combo shields, duo combo shields, trio, quintet, things like that, because this convert can override the runestones that you need. That being said, this part right here is going to help a little bit because it will target the ones that have more than 3 runestones on the board, which means that it should generally leave your equal combo shield and your quintet combo shield untouched, which is not bad. And okay, max of 6 runestones turn. Okay, so you're not dealing with a full board convert, and that's good. So to the max of 6 runestones to be turned. Actually, that's better than I thought now, because even though getting a lot of attacking runes is good, if you get too many, it's going to hinder certain skills. Like you're not able to do a lot of combos, you're not able to break fixed combo shields, you might have trouble stacking and things like that. So the fact that you only turn 6 is actually, in my opinion, pretty good, because you still get a good chunk of attacking runes, but you're not breaking your board too much. That being said, there's no runestone possession effect that I can see here, and that's a little bit because that means you're just relying on those 6 earth runes plus whatever else you have on your board to launch attacks. That could be a little bit dicey, in my opinion. Second team skill is going to be Attribute of Intellect will synchronize with Yulia, and upon the first activation of Yulia and Intellect each round, deal a snipe regardless of defense. Yeah, okay. And when Yulia or Cornflower Intellect activates his active skill, damage dealt to enemies times 1.5 additional in that round. That's just a nice stat passive. for you to run with Intellect and Yulia in the team, which is pretty good. It is bringing 2 team members, or like it's basically tying Intellect to your team a little bit, but Intellect is actually not that bad either as a team member. So it's a pretty good combination, and you get a benefit of a snipe without having to bring a dedicated sniper, and you also get some stat boosting effect that can help you deal more damage. So yeah, overall, as a leader, Yulia seems pretty good. She has a lot of good active or attack multipliers. You have a ×9 attack multiplier, a ×3.5 for dissolving race runes or character runes, which you generate passively. So that is going to be a really easy condition to hit. You also get a ×6 attack boost if you dissolve earth runes, and you're also generating earth runes, which is going to be pretty good as well, and might counteract the fact that you are only using earth runes to deal damage. You also get a 2x effect of earth runes, like effect of earth runes uh, increases by 200%, so you still get a more bang for your buck per earth runes, which means that you're still going to be launching really powerful attacks. But if you're not able to dissolve earth runes, this team is going to suffer and die because you don't benefit from this ×6, and without this ×6, your team is going to be dead in the water. So yeah, so definitely not a team that you want to bring against a lot of earth blocks or things that prevent you from dissolving earth runes, because otherwise you're going to have a bad time. But otherwise, you do have a lot of attacking attack multipliers and also a really big HP pool, because again, dragon members have a lot of HP, and you're boosting that HP by 2.6 times, which is going to be insane in my opinion. So yeah, as a leader, Yulia's not bad. Things that are a little bit more on the downside for her is going to be combo breaking potential, or shield breaking potential, sorry. High combo is fine because you do have the combo count +6 if you dissolve all of her runes in the first batch, which +6 is actually really nice. It will help you break a lot of high combo shields really easily. But the things that you're missing is shield breaks. So you don't have duo elemental shield, trio, quintet elemental shield, enchanted, initial shield, puzzle shield. You counter burning, but there's no sticky, there's no frozen, electrified, things like that. So in terms of utility built into your team skills, that is not really there for her. So as a leader, she has good attack multiplier, she has a big HP pool, she has a self-sustaining way to recover HP without relying on heart runes, which is going to be really good. If her recovery sucks, that also protects you against recovery inversion while still being able to recover HP, which is definitely a big plus nowadays in the current meta, when recovery inversion can just straight up kill you in one round. But yeah, as a leader, she has a good kit, but you will be relying on your team members to break a lot of those utility shields. So hopefully, crossing fingers, her active skill has more shield breaks. But yeah, not a bad leader, but not super broken either. So active skill is going to be CD7. Explode electrify runes and frozen runestones. Okay. Turn all runestones into enchanted dragon runes. Okay, so that's their enchanted shield break. Linking magic formula for 2 rounds. Team attack ×2. Launches 3 extra attacks for Yulia and Intellect. Damage will be dealt regardless of fixed combo, puzzle shield, and defense. Okay, so not too bad. If it were CD6, it would be amazing. CD7 is a little bit long, but you can't deny that this is good utility for her. And because you explode electrified runes, you explode frozen runes, you generate enchanted runes, and you also ignore fixed combo and puzzle shield, as well as defense, which defense doesn't really matter nowadays. But yeah, however, this is only for Yulia and Intellect, which further cements the fact that you need to bring Intellect in a Yulia team. Not the worst But if you didn't get intellect before, that means you have to make do without him, which could be a toss-up between whether it's good or bad. But overall, this active skill is pretty good because it does cover a lot of the weaknesses that you didn't cover on her team skill and her leader skill. And the fact that you can break these shields with her active skill is going to be pretty nice. I still think it would be better if it's built passively into their team skills, but at least you have a way to counter these types of shields. And that's not bad. The other thing is CD7 might be a little bit slow, but it is a linking magic formula, so there is a way to extend it. For example, if you bring Milton, which is a fire dragon card from a couple patches ago, you can extend that for one more round if you activate that linking magic formula. But yeah, so Yulia and Intellect will launch 3 extra attacks, which means that you will pretty much want to run her with Intellect, pretty much. In terms of utility for other dragon teams, this is not going to be the greatest active skill as a member, because even though you're exploding Electrify runes and Frozen runes, you're not exploding anything else. And so it becomes very situational as a member. And you don't want to bring members that are situational because there's a chance that you only bring them for one battle and that's it. You might as well bring another card that has that utility but can also do something else in another round. The best example that I can think of is Hong Ai, which will remove all runestones, refresh your board, and also ignore Quintet Elemental Shield. And so if you bring Hong Ai, you don't need Yulia because she explodes the entire board and refreshes the entire board, which means that this effect is already taken care of. You also generate enchanted runes and things like that. And the reason why, even if you get a ×2 team attack and shield breaking, this only benefits Yulia and Intellect. And for other dragon members or dragon leaders, they might not be able to bring Intellect with them because you might be only be able to run Mono Dragon, things like that. Intellect only synchronizes his attribute when Yulia is the leader. So if you're running like a Mono Earth team, Intellect will still be light. Mono Dragon team, Intellect is human, things like that. So the only one that will benefit from these breaking will be Yulia. And that's not the worst because you can still rely on Yulia to dish out damage to kill those enemies. But in my opinion, it's better to bring a team member that can grant your entire team a way to break those shields. For example, if you bring Bahamut, you can ignore fixed combo shield for your entire team, and so you don't need Yulia. For puzzle shield, I don't remember who breaks puzzle shield, but you are able to break puzzle shields with other dragon members and things like that. So as a member, I think Yulia, her active skill will not be that useful, and there's so much more utility in the game that you can use instead of her. Which means that as a 1% jackpot card, yes, she is good as a leader. She has good attacks, but she doesn't really have a lot of shield breaking potentials. She has a very big weakness, which is any enemy that blocks you from dissolving earth runes is going to kill you. And yeah, so in terms of pulling for her, I think as a 1% jackpot card, I think if you want her, go for it. But I will say it might be better for you to wait for more news, maybe regarding a new Black Gold card that I think we're coming up on a new Black Gold card soon. So maybe wait for that one because usually Black Gold cards have more team skills, more utility, and they're better cards in general. So you might want to save your diamonds for that. Yulia, for herself, she is a good leader, but as I've said before in my channel, a good leader will always fall out of the meta because of power creep. And her active skill doesn't really make her a must pull, and you will be fine if you skip her. If you don't skip her, you'll also be fine because she will be a pretty good leader for the next, what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But as a member, I don't really see myself using her too much because there are so many other dragons that I would rather bring in my team. For example, Fire Javanor, Nidhogg, Bahamut, and things like that, that can do her job better rather than her. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on Yulia. Pull for her if you want, but also maybe you want to save your diamonds for the next Black Gold card or for the next collaboration. But yeah, let's take a look. Oh, we have a bonding skill. We have character rune, character rune, character rune. Okay, so that's just yeah. Oh, Hina and Randall. Interesting. But yeah, next we have, yeah, Randolph will be a character to be revealed, so interesting. Next we have Start Crushing Strikes Utu, which, let's see, Fire, God card. Okay, nice. Leader skill, team attack times 7, HP times 1.5. Fire members and God members, HP and attack times 1.5 additionally. And by dissolving fire or heart runes, your team attack increases by 3.5 additionally. This is a pretty simple leader skill, and it's basically just multiplier on multiplier on multiplier. So times 7, pretty standard meta multiplier right now, but you also have a 1.5 and 3.5 with easy conditions. So now let's take a look at her team skills to see what else she has in her kit. So let's see, Utu, the leader is Start Crushing Utu. I'm a little bit worried by how short this paragraph is. Huh. Wait, that's a nice passive. Anyways, extend runestone movement time by 3 seconds. Always nice to have. After entering the stage and at the end of each round, heart runes will be turned into fire runes. Why? Why? Huh? I get, okay, sure. Sure. After dissolving runestones, the first batch of runestones to be dropped in the column below fire gods will be heart runes. Heart runes also possess 300% effect of fire. Okay, interesting, interesting. Okay, I see. So basically, this is going to be like a kind of like a heart only Angemon kind of thing where you dissolve, and if you have fire god members in your team, you will have more Skydrop and maybe like a giant batch of Skydrop of Heart Runes. And Heart Runes is actually going to be your main form of attack. And this team skill, actually what it means is that you can very easily dissolve, satisfy this 3.5 attack condition, which is a pretty awesome thing, because that way you don't have to worry about Runestone Drought, you don't have to worry about like stacking and stuff, because you can always dissolve these through Skydrop. And even if you don't dissolve fire runes, you can dissolve heart runes through Skydrop, and that's going to be pretty good. And you can always benefit from this 3.5 attack bonus. I think, in my opinion, if you run mono fire gods, you're going to get a giant chunk of heart runes. But I will say, I think it might be better to bring a different attribute gods to your team. Maybe bring Anubis if you have him, or bring AR Gemini. Yeah, Gemini. Because with the amount of heart runes that you're generating, you're going to be able to charge his times 6 attack passive really easily. And if you alternate the columns, you're going to get more combos through the Skydrop, and you're also going to get more like groups of 5 and charge Gemini faster. And then Gemini is going to launch more attacks. The only thing is that heart runes only possess the effect of fire runes. Never mind. Yeah, that's kind of bad, isn't it? Never mind. Disregard what I just said in the past like 2 minutes or something. That's unfortunate. Oof. Okay, so you do want to run just mono fire god really, and maybe like Anubis for team attack boosting. The good thing is you can bring Fire Yen, and you can bring Hephaestus, maybe? Actually, no. No, it's okay. Like, it doesn't matter if you bring Hephaestus or not. It doesn't matter if you bring Hephaestus, because all heart runes will be converted into fire runes at the beginning of the round. So you don't even have to worry about heart runes on your board at all. And you can still get them through Skydrop. But the thing that sucks is that even though she has this condition here where gods also benefit from her 1.5 attack, you're not incentivized to get any rainbow teams. So basically you just want to run mono fire. And I guess in order to split up your columns, you bring a fire member that's not a god. Because other than that, there's no way for your off attribute members to launch any attacks because you only have the effects of fire runestones. It's a big effect on fire runestone, but you're not going to be giving your any other gods, like you're not going to give Anubis, you're not going to give Gemini attacking runes to launch attacks, even if they have that type 6 passive. But yeah, so you're going to run Mono Fire and Mono Fire God pretty much, which is not bad because it seems like she's built for it. Since skill CDs of Fire Gods -3 after entering a stage, whenever she's in the team, not as a leader but as a member. So actually, this active skill might be the reason why you might want her at all, because her as a leader, I think she's okay. She might be fun. She'll be able to clear some stages, but her team building is going to be really restricted because you're only running mono fire and only running fire gods, which that's going to limit your team building potential a lot. I got excited when I thought you could do AR Gemini, Anubis, other god members as well. But the fact that your heart runes only possess the effect of fire runestones, it's going to be a little bit more restrictive. And as a leader, I don't think it's worth pulling for her because she will fall off pretty quickly. So maybe as a member, there's some benefit to it, especially because you can get this -3 skill cooldown just by having her in your team. And it could be really beneficial for teams like Fire Norse, potentially buffed Fire Greek gods, Fire Babylon, things like that. She could be really good for you to get your skills up really quickly. So let's take a look at her active skill. Because as a leader, I don't think she's really that worth right now. CD7, giant paragraph, which makes me think that her skill is actually going to be good. Release the lock skills of gods. Okay. Just by that alone, I already think she's a good member. The other two god unlockers are dark attribute. So we have Brunhilde and we also have EVA 13. So having a fire god that can unlock skills is not a bad thing. It's actually pretty good. Turn fire runestones into enchanted god runes. Okay, it's small bonus. For 1 round, fire members and god members launch 2 extra attacks, light and dark. Damage will be dealt regardless of initial shield and equal combo shield. If 20 or more runes are dissolved in the first batch, restore runestones to the distribution upon skill activation, including the effect of raised runes. Oh, okay. So, to unpack this, the key thing that you need to remember is that you will deal damage regardless of initial shield and equal combo shield. You will also release the lock skills of gods, which is going to be good, and you can also launch light and dark damage with your fire members and your god members. And the fourth effect, this applies more as a support skill in conjunction with another skill that you might have in your team. This is because upon skill activation, I think what I'm understanding, is Utu will take a snapshot of your current board the moment you activate her skill. If you dissolve 20 runestones or more in the first batch, you will be able to reset your board to that configuration at the end of the round. Which means if you activate Pompeii, where you have fire, water, earth, fire, that is going to guarantee you more than 20 runestones in the first batch, and you get that board configuration a second time at the end of the round. And that is going to be amazing because that gives you a guaranteed convert twice. Pompeii is a CD8, so you're getting his board twice in quick succession without having to wait for his skill to be ready again. You don't benefit from the utility, like for example breaking Pulsar Shield and breaking Initial Shield, but you still get the really nice fixed convert board, which in my opinion will make it easier for you to do higher combos, also do equal combo shields maybe, things like that. It also like makes it easier to spin because you don't really have to worry about too much. So you can also make easy stackings, you can do equal combos, like number shields are also easy because you know how many runes you have, so you only have to like move one rune or two to make the numbers work. So definitely a good thing that you can activate this twice in a row. So Jesus Christ. Okay, as a member, Utu is going to be an amazing fire god support, and only for fire gods. So Greek, Norse, Babylon, these are three of the gods that are really good for her, and any other fire god leader that comes in the future. Herself, not so much, because her leader skill is kind of not great. I mean, she's still going to be able to clear some stages, but her shining moment, her like big use is going to be as a member, because her active skill has a lot of it. So like a lot of utility, a lot of release. You have shield breaking, and then you have like board screenshot. So in my opinion, this is a really good active skill. Oh, you also have extra attacks of light and dark damage, which can help you kill enemies that only take damage from their counter attribute. So even if you're running a mono fire team, you're still going to be able to kill light and dark enemies that have the weakness shield. So honestly, really good active skill, and definitely a good member to have. Do I recommend going for her? Not really, because the pool is actually not that great, and spending so many diamonds for Utu is not going to be good. If you get her, great, but don't actively go for her. This is because, unlike Yulia, she is not guaranteed even if you go past 20 pulls. Chances are you're gonna get one, yes, but if you get really unlucky, you could be spending a lot of diamonds that you could be spending for a black gold card. And even when a black gold card comes, she's still going to be in that pool of cards that you can pull, maybe. And so I would say save your resources, save your diamonds for the next black gold card, and you might eventually get her. She is an amazing member, but she is not absolutely necessary. That's what I'm thinking. Like, unlike Javanor or Yoko, she is nice to have, but definitely not absolutely necessary. And you can always use other members in the team, and you don't have to use Utu herself, and you can replace her with other cards in your inventory. So, in my opinion, she's a good member. So if you get her, great. If you don't get her, you can save your diamonds for the next collaboration or the next black gold card. We have bonding skills. It's just bonding skills. But yeah. So yeah, actually that was exciting. It's been a while since I've seen Mad Hair original jackpot cards. So definitely a good GNN news with these two. Their active skills. Well, Yulia and Utu. Overall, I think you can skip this round of jackpot cards, especially if you pulled for the Digimon collaboration. You might be set for a bit. And definitely wait for the next Black Gold card, which might be coming up soon, maybe? Not sure. But yeah. Next we have, well, this is the voice actors, Area of Novelty, Part 3, Main Story, Part 3, nice. And, ooh, you look nice. You look like a very HD remix of like, wait, what are you? Like a space pirate? Have you seen Treasure Island? This is what it reminds me of. No, no, not Treasure Island. Treasure Planet. Treasure Planet. It reminds me of that. But it also my first thought was like, wow, steampunk Ingzhen. Think about it. Steampunk Ingzhen. Maybe. But yeah. Cruising Avarice Giles. Greedy Captain of Space Pirate. Yeah. Basically a space pirate. Treasure Planet. What did I say? Right? Anyways. Ultimate Stage on Friday, August 19th. Fire God, so might fit well with Utu, who knows. Active skill CD6 for 1 round, character's attack increases by 4 times. Burning, Sticky, and Black Holes will be nullified, and turns. Okay. I mean, okay. Now I'm less excited. His active skill is actually. It's okay. CD6, it's pretty fast. You do get a time sword attack, self attack bonus, which is pretty good. You ignore burning, sticky, and black holes. Black holes being the most important one because there's not really that many cards in the game that can ignore black holes. So ignoring black holes is definitely good. Sticky and burning. I feel like nowadays your leader should already be ignoring these. And if not, you're already bringing a card to deal with it. Basically like a fixed convert or a time tunnel or things like that. Which I mean, instead of those, you can bring Giles, which is also going to be good, and turn the first 8 runes to touch while moving into fire runes, which not bad. Generates more attacking runes, but could mess you up if the enemy has a anti-fire runestone shield, which a lot of enemies have a lot of skills stacked on each other. So I don't know, you might encounter an enemy that's like sticky black hole with anti-fire runestone shield, and basically this card is going to be countered pretty easily. But honestly, CD6 not bad. Um, honestly, my thoughts about this card is like it's not a bad card. If you don't have anything else better to put in your team, you can put in this card and it will help you a little bit, especially if you don't have cards in your inventory to counter sticky or burning. But I feel like with a good time tunnel card, you can basically replace Giles as a whole, especially because black holes are also not that hard to avoid. So yeah, we don't have that many cards that ignore black holes, but black holes are not that hard to avoid in the first place. So maybe, you know, there's better cards that you can use on your team, especially fire gods. But honestly, for Utu, he might be good because you're also generating fire runes that can help your Utu launch extra attack or more attacking runes for Utu. So it might be a good thing. But yeah. So overall, he's okay. I would say just keep him one copy in your inventory. You don't really need dual max day one. Dual max him if you need, but he's not absolutely necessary. But yeah. TOS Raid Party Part 2. Oh, okay, so more rewards. Uh, Summon coupons, rare materials, login rewards. We have, oh yeah, the free 2 black gold characters. Summer will show up in her swimming suit outfit. Baal and Mesopotamia will have skill adjustments, so let's take a look at those. So let's see. Oh, I see what Madhead is doing here. Basically, what Madhead is doing is just buffing old cards so that they're more relevant to the meta. And the best way to do it is to just increase your multiplier from like times 6 to times 8. So for Baal, we have the adjustment is going to be a times 6 goes to times 8. And HP and recovery stays at times 1.8. For each wave passed, alright, team attack increases by 2 times additionally. So you don't have to wait for the wave condition. So in the past for Baal, the more waves you cleared, the stronger you became. But that means that in the first wave, you were already pretty weak and you had to ramp up. And sometimes the first enemy was already too powerful and it killed you in one shot. So here you already have a times 2 team attack bonus from the get-go to make you more powerful even at 0 stacks. For each wave passed, team attack increases to the max of times 5. So this is going to be more than the original amount. Every time a group of 4 or more runestones is dissolved in a column, team attack times 1.4 additionally to the max of team attack times 4, or to the max increasing team attack 4 times. Wow, that language. I apologize if you can hear a lot of kids screaming outside. It looks like I don't know what's happening outside, honestly. This is why in my previous videos I recorded after midnight because kids are usually asleep. But this time I just wanted to get this video because I just got back home yesterday, so I wanted to get this video out as soon as I could. Let's see. Active skill, everything stays the same. Except you get a times 6 attack bonus if the leader is Baal. Basically just stack on more multipliers to make it more relevant, which honestly is not a bad thing. If you already have Baal, then this is going to be a great change. If you don't have Baal, I don't think these changes are enough to make you consider pulling him, because he is going to fall out of the meta again. And here's the thing though, right? No matter how much multiplier you give someone, as long as the game progresses and as long as you introduce higher multipliers for your leaders, your old cards will always fall off, right? So yes, Baal is going to be pretty relevant now because of all the multiplier increases that you have now. You have a times 6 attack multiplier when you activate your active skill, so you're just going to burst everything when you activate it. Your team attack is times 8 baseline, which is going to be good, but as you could see with Yulia, she's already times 9. Wargreymon, I think it's, or Omnimon, I think it's like, Omegamon is like times 10. So we're going to get to the point where team attack is going to be like times 10, times 9, times 9. So eventually, he's going to fall off the meta. And even if he returns, that's still at least 40, at most 40 pulls for you to get him. You might as well save that for the brand new Black Gold card because their skills is going to be newer, fresher. They might have more team skills in their kit for you. That being said, is Baal a bad card? Definitely not. He's a pretty good Black Gold card. He's pretty good. But if you don't have him at this point, I'd say save your diamonds. You don't really need to get his rerun. You can always save it for the next Black Gold card instead. Now let's take a look at Mesopotamia, which this is actually kind of surprising that they're giving her a skill adjustment this quickly because her power release was pretty recent. So interesting. We have at a baseline. Oh wait, it's just her active skill. Yeah, it's just her active skill. So you are removing the condition to launch the extra light and dark attack. So you're already launching light and dark attacks at baseline. When 3 combos are made, your team attack increases by 4. Character's damage will be dealt regardless of trio and quintet. So basically your 6 combo condition becomes a 3 combo condition and has a higher attack multiplier. Your 8 combo condition becomes your 5 combo condition, and you launch an extra attack of water and fire, as much as 50% of your own attack, so they're more powerful attacks. In the past it was only 25%. Damage will be dealt regardless of fixed combo shield, okay? Skill can be deactivated at any time by tapping a runestone. Remove all runestones to generate human runestones of not that type. So honestly, this skill adjustment is basically just a bunch of quality of life adjustments. What Madhead did here is they're basically making Mesopotamia a little bit easier to use and a little bit less reliant on RNG. Because in the past, even though your team skill could easily guarantee you doing 8 combos or more, there would be times where you would just get screwed by RNG really, really badly, and you only get 7 combos, and then the enemy kills you, you're not able to kill it, things like that. So basically, they're just making Mesopotamia easier to use. This is going to reduce your combo conditions to less than that. You're basically reducing it by a lot. Yeah, 5 combos is easy with Mesopotamia. So basically, just think Mesopotamia's combo conditions are non-existent anymore because her combo game is so good that it won't matter. That being said, there's no adjustment to her leader skill, so she is still going to be stuck with her original base multiplier. So even though a lot of people aren't playing her right now because her attack is kind of low, this might make it a little bit better, but your base multiplier still remain unchanged, so that might also be a small issue. You also get an adjustment here where everything stays the same except for light and earth, light and dark runes increases by... Oh, okay, so that's better, kinda. You still get a good... you get more effect out of earth, light, and dark runes, which are your attacking runes, which means that your damage output is going to be higher. And that's pretty good, and it might fix her. But again, same thing with Baal. If you don't have her, I don't think these adjustments make her worth pulling on her rerun. If you get lucky and get her, great. But if not, I would say still save your diamonds for the newest black gold card, because Mesopotamia is in the ancient coin seal, which you might get a chance to eventually get her. And the new black gold card will have better skills, better team skills, better passives, maybe better active skills. Who knows? Maybe we get a Nesoi again where it's like a black gold card but not really a black gold card, But overall, I do think newer black gold cards might be better designed, might have more utility, might have more damage output. So definitely worth saving your diamonds for them instead of spending 40 pulls on a rerun, because that might not be it might be better for your account. If you're a collector and you have a lot of excess income that you want to use in the game, go for it. But if you are tight for resources, I would say save your diamonds for the next black gold card. But yeah, only the adjusted skills of the characters are shown above. Okay, cool. So her leader skill was not adjusted. So next we have Summertime Challenge. Nice little new characters. I like the slime. Oh, it's like the paint. It's like a paint blob. Got it. The active skill itself, CD6 for this, not bad, but I am a firm believer now that you do want to have more utility in your active skills. So an active skill that only has one line is not that great, because you can find another active skill that has this with more like shield breaking stuff. Oh, there we go. Change it. Oh wait, same thing. Anyways, And then we have Battle Pass. Oh, new Battle Pass card. We have CD6, Nectaris Aromas C. CD6, turn the column below the character into Enchanted Elf Heart Runes. The more elves in the team, the more elf, light, or Yanxi members in the team, the combo count increases to +8, and the skill stays in play for 4 rounds. So basically, it's a combo increaser, which it's not bad, but oh god, Jesus. Anyways, yeah, no, something is going on outside. I need to move. You know, yeah, it's annoying. Oh well. Anyways, so yeah, CD6, this active skill is okay. Battle Pass, they're free cards, so they're good to have. A 4 rounds combo place 8 is really nice. But there are better cards. And for example, if you're running Melody, she already has a combo increaser. You know what? This card would be great for Earth Daji, because the Earth Daji, the black gold card, she doesn't really have a combo increasing passive. You can always use her active skill to get 30 combos, but on a general use case, she doesn't really have a way to deal with high combo shields, like for example 10, 12, 13 combo shields. In the past Nightmare stage, we got the increasing combo shield enemy, where you had to do 7, then 9, then 11, then 13, then 15, then 17 combos. Earth Daji doesn't have a way to deal with it, because you only have her active skill twice, so you can only get high combos twice. But if you have she in your team, that means you're going to get that +8 combo count, and that's going to make your life way, way easier. So definitely a good member for Earth Daji, in my opinion. But other than that, it might be nice to have in your inventory, and it is a free card, so why not? So make sure you claim your battle passes. Even the free-to-play version of the battle pass is going to be great, because you can always harpy her. But as long as you have it in your inventory, I think she is going to be pretty good. Normally, they come with a craft. This time is a Teapot Amulet. Active skill -1. I mean, it's not bad. But it's not, in my opinion, it's not worth paying for the battle pass. If you weren't planning on it, the craft is not that broken. And so I'd say even the free-to-play battle pass is enough for this card, in my opinion. But yeah. Oh, we have Green Eye Cutlass Gina, or Gina. Oh, it's a bi-weekly card. Okay, they did mention Gina in a lot of the bonding skills for Yulia and Utu. So let's see. CD6, explode Weather Runestones to generate Enchanted Demon Runes. For 3 rounds, the character and the leader attack ×3. Damage will be dealt regardless of Quartet and Quintal Elemental Shield. Honestly, a really good skill, especially for a bi-weekly card. Wait, is this bi-weekly? No, this doesn't... Yeah. This is a bi-weekly card. Honestly, for a bi-weekly card, this is a pretty good active skill. Like, 3 rounds of ×3 for your leader and ally, where a lot of the leaders in the game will have self-boosting active skills. Just now, like Baal, slap Gina in his team, and now you activate Baal, you have a ×6 self-attack boost from your own active skill, and Gina can also give you a ×3 attack boost, and also ignore Quintet and Quartet Elemental Shield. So honestly, not a bad card, especially for CD6 and ignoring 2 kinds of shields, and also boosting 2 characters in your team. Definitely a good thing. Weather runes are a little bit more rare nowadays, but it's also a nice utility that you can use to remove those, and also generate Enchanted Demon Runes for Enchanted Shields as well. So yeah. Oof, okay, cool. So that's the end of this week's GNN. Sorry again for the delay in getting you this review out. Again, I just came back from a pretty long vacation and didn't have access to my laptop, and couldn't record these videos for you. This was a lot of new content and pretty exciting content, honestly, all things considered. A lot of new cards, but I think what we're awaiting the most now is going to be news about the newest Black Gold card, which I think should be coming out soon, or news about the next collaboration, even though we just came out of one collaboration just this week. But yeah, for now, I do think this content is pretty nice. A lot of the cards are honestly, the artwork is getting better. Like for example, freaking Steampunk Inkzan, I mean Giles, it's pretty. It's a nice. It's a nice art. I haven't seen this nice of an art in a while, and it just gets better for the banners, honestly. But yeah, that's going to be all from me from this GNN blind reaction review video. As always, stay tuned on my YouTube channel for more Towers of Years content. Leave any comments in the comment section. I read everything, so if you have any suggestions on how to improve the channel, improve these videos, or any content that you might want to see, let me know in the comments, and I'll try to get to them or create those videos for you. For now, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you all later. Bye everyone!